morning, everyone. Welcome to Heather's Crafty Classroom. It's been a while. I apologize. Had a water leak. Anyway, I'm back. Here we go. Today we're going to start working on the inside pages. The 8x8 album I am making for my best friend. So we made the pages, we put the pages in, and they're still naked. We need to make them fun now. So today we're going to add the pockets and all the fun goodness inside. So on the first page, we're just going to start. We are going to do a double pocket. So our pieces are going to measure 4 by 9. All right, 4 by 9. Let's see. And the second one is 3 3/4 by 9. So the first piece, the 4 by 9, I scored it on 1/2 inch on both ends and 1/2 inch at the bottom. And this one I scored on 1/2 inch on both ends. And then you see the score line at the bottom is an inch. All right. So let's go ahead and fold the first piece and burnish. The paper is 100 pounds. It's a little harder to get going. The second paper, we are not going to fold on this bottom one. We're just going to fold the sides in. Okay, so do not fold the bottom. Okay, so these are what our pieces look like. And as always, when we make a pocket, we are going to cut these corners off in a diagonal right through the intersection, just like that. Okay, and let's do this one as well. And that pocket's ready to go. Now for the top pocket that's going to go in, we're going to cut this as an angle right to the score line, and then down here as well as an angle right up to that middle, just like that. Okay, you see that? That's what we're going for on both sides. And like I said, we're not scoring on this. We're not folding on that score line. We're just leaving it as a guideline. Okay, let's get some score sheets. How's everybody doing? Getting any cooking done? I've been trying. I've been in a hotel, so I've been crocheting, not scrapping, but at least it was something. So, score tape. I put it right down the middle of each tab. The, yeah. So the first page right here is going to be the double pocket. I'm going to start with the piece that has score tape on 3 sides. And we're just going to peel it off. Make sure these little pieces are in if they're sticking out. I'm not the neatest stirrer when it comes to score tape, but it's pretty forgiving. And I'm not going to add any extra teeth to the pockets. I think they stay pretty well with just. All right, so we're going to place it down here at the bottom. I tend to start in the corner of the raw page because that's where people are going to see it more so than if it was. One already in. It's not very exciting, right? The next page will be a little more exciting. Hopefully, I can make it work. It's a new thing for me. I've only done it one other time for next page, but I think it'll work. It worked the first time. All right. Score tape off. So these we're going to fold in the side tabs. The bottom one is still there, right? So we're going to tuck this in the pocket so that score line is at the top of our other pocket. We line it up. That's the way it's straight. So that score line on the second piece is right here. So you can line it up, and then you have a nifty one pocket, and then this pocket goes all the way down. All right. Page 1 is done. Well, we got to do the inserts later, but that's later. All right. Second page. It's going to be super simple. We have one piece of paper, 8.5 by 8. On the 8.5 side is scored. And we're going to go ahead and fold it and highlight it. It's not going to be simple. This is the page that's going to be, it's new to me. And we're going to miter each corner just because when we go to map our paper, it looks a little nicer. Right. My little trash bin over there. Over there. That's my little trash bin. Works out instead of having a trash bin. So my little desktop bin gets full. Empty it into. It's like a little easier when you're working on. And then I tend to have a side pile of these over there. All right, so button. This is the back of our page we did with the pocket. Back side. We're gonna add this page. The left hand side. So it opens up from the middle. Right. And you're gonna burn it. Now our pocket opens, or our page opens this way. Right. Now we're gonna do something fun here. With minutes. By the way. And let me find. There we go. These are the pieces we need. We need one piece. I put my ruler down here. 8.5 by 5.5. Okay. And these are 5 1/4. And you got. We're gonna get on. Okay. And on the 8 side, we're gonna score it at 1/4. So it makes it just in the middle. Paper I have to go over this time. And we're gonna turn it to the 5.5 inch side, and we're gonna score it 5.5 or 1/2 inch, either one, just one side. Put it on an inch. We can do the furthest one. It's a little easy. That's all done scoring. Now we have 2 small pieces, 5 1/4 by 5. So we're gonna score at 1/2 inch on the 5 1/4 side and 3 3/4. Okay. Then we're gonna rotate. We're gonna rotate and go 4.5. Look at that, we made a pocket. You know what it looks like now when you make a pocket. And then 4 3/4, rotate, and 4. So now we need to cut off our corners right through the intersection of our 2 pockets. Fold these in, and folder. Bone folder in. Bone fold in. Bottom one. And then this one, this big piece, we're going to fold in the middle and then score really well. And we're going to put the bottom part and burnish as well. We do need to miter our corners quite a bit. Okay, and then in the middle, we're going to take out a triangle too. This is the middle score line. We're going to do a triangle to that middle and to this. Okay. Do that right there. Nice. And we are going to attach pockets to either side, like so. Okay. Now let's look for tape. I think we're going to go. Yay. Getting nice water in this. Oh, I'm gonna water leak. Almost sweet. As much as I hate cooking, I miss cooking. I miss home cooked food. Now every day. No, nothing we can do about it. All right. So we are going to fill this off. We can't even attach this yet until we get our. Like I'm getting a shipment today from. Maybe I'll share that with you. I'm having a hard time finding paper for my friend's birthday because her birthday was all black and gold and white. 50 is gold. I have some glitter. I have some mirror gold. Getting stuff to it's gonna look right and not just so blah without adding another color. And I contemplated adding red. She wore a red cute little romper, but she's not really a red girl. Her wearing the red romper was really the stuff, and she looked really cute. So So this is going to be a mechanism that's going to pop. Once we get our cute paper here, we're going to glue this to be a pop-up. Now we got to wait for the paper. Hopefully today we get some good paper in the mail. All right. First page is the pocket, the little shorty page. I'm not going to do anything to this side. This side we are going to add cute pocket though. A little different. A little different than the norm. So our paper measures 7 by 7.5. We are going to score on the 7-inch side at 1/2 inch and 6.5 and rotate. And on the 7.5-inch side, we're going to score at 7. Okay? 7 today though. Doing something fun. On the back side. So this is the indent. That's where we're going to fold it, but we don't need to fold it quite yet. We're going to flip it over to the side that has the, okay? What we're going to do from the, we are going to measure 1/2 inch. So we have a 1/2 inch border all the way around. So I'm going to put a tick mark here. I'm going to put a tick mark here. Go on this side and do the same. So this is a 1/2 inch from the little bump right here. And this one's from the edge because this is the top of the pocket. So there's no bump. And then we're going to connect those with just our pencil. That's all we're doing right now. Fun things. I like doing these once in a while. They're a little time consuming. I think they're life. That's why I do these, right? And we're going to do the same on this side. Down here, we're gonna do making sure my ruler is straight. We're gonna do a tick mark there, and this one has a button. So we're gonna go half an inch from there. We're gonna go down here and do the same. This ruler is my favorite ruler. This is my one. I wore the first one. I couldn't see any of the numbers anymore, but it's Tim Holtz. I think I got it on Amazon. It is the best ruler. It has a centering function, and sometimes that comes in handy. And then this is the beveled edge for you to draw, but this one has a blade. We're gonna use, or has a blade, has a metal, which is gonna come in handy right now. Because now what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut this metal part out. We're gonna cut along these edges so we have a frame. Alright, so I'm gonna put the metal edge on my ruler down now. And I'm gonna line it up. And I'm gonna cut from line to line. Make sure you have a surface underneath of you. Just cut on. You want to go over it 2 or 3 times. You don't want to do it on the first try. You'll snag something. Okay. And the next one is right here. I go over it lightly. And I go over it again. And the third time, you simply cut. And third side. Down. You hear it cutting kind of cool. And the last. I like to measure or line up in between the big marks on the ruler. There's these little dotted lines. I don't know if you can see those. They're really little. Using those to line up to the edge of my paper because you can see really well. Use that as a guide on my paper. And the edge down here. Seems to work pretty good. Alright, one more maybe. Yeah. Alright. Okay. We're gonna snip it with our scissors. And nip it as good. And this one I went over a little bit, but no one's gonna know. Sorry. Sorry, friend. This one went. My line. There's our frame. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cut a piece of acetate. I'm gonna get my acetate. I thought I had it, and I don't. Ooh, can you see it? Here. Packet measures, I believe. So we're gonna cut this just smidge under that. So 6, I'm just gonna do a little bit less. And then just one tick mark over from I'm going to go ahead and fold these edges in now so I know where it's going to end. This will make my life a little easier finding those edges. And then I'm going to sit close to the in the inside right here. It's going to be a little closer than it is to the score line. Just so I make sure it's in there really good. Now this score tape usually has a film. I mean, not score tape. The tape usually has a film. It's so hard for me to get off. Some acetate does, some doesn't. This one I'm using today does. Our pocket, we're going to use this side. We're going to no. Okay, well, that's where it's going. We'll trim it off if we need to. That feels pretty good. Where it was supposed to be. And then this is going to go through our corners just like normal. And then when we get our paper for matting, I'll show you how to do that. But now we can't put this in our book yet. We're making all the fun stuff, but we can't put it in yet until we have the paper. So it's going to go right here, but we'll have to put paper behind it before we can glue it all the way in. So we'll do that hopefully later today when I get from. The next page is this page, class permit, and this page is going to be easy. We could do this. Okay, we're just going to do one simple pocket head. We have our page that's 9 by 4. And 9 by 4 is the pieces that we're cutting our 8-inch pages. 12 by 12 paper, you cut this 8 and you have 4 inches. So that's why I'm trying to use these. It kind of works out. So if the pockets are 4 by 4 or right around the same. Because we use what you got. I don't want to waste paper. Got corners down. And this I think we'll do a little different. Trying to one I think we'll put on this edge. The last one we put down here. Because the page is 8 by 8, we can move it however we want. And the pocket's 8 inches. So we're going to put it down here on this edge. So it'll be the side. You never know. We may do something. There we go. All right. So there's a pocket. And maybe a flap comes over, magnetizes or something. We'll have to see later. The decision I would do later. Is a belly band. So we have a paper. And guess what? It's 4x9. And it's scored half an inch here and a half an inch here. Fold these down and adhere them. And this is like the easiest thing in the world. Belly bands are very effective because they're very interactive, but they're super easy. Like one piece of paper, might case more. You just never know. We'll see. I'm only going to do one side on a belly band. Okay. Now we're going to try to put it in the middle of our page. We're going to try. Looks about maybe there. Looks like it's about even. And yeah, looks about good. So let's do this one. Now we have our belly band. And that's easy to decorate the paper through and put it in. We do a belly band on a belly band. I think I did that on another one. I think about a pocket. But I decided the belly band on top of the belly band. It's kind of fun. 5. So this is 4. So this is 5. And it is a 3. And we'll just go ahead and put that on. These little belly bands are fun to usually decorate and stuff too. So we'll see though, because I don't know what I'm getting today from scratch. I have not printed some stuff out of my Cricut, which I may do some more of. Embellishments because I couldn't find a lot, even online. I'm gonna go on the page right about there. And now we have a belly down here, and we have a belly down here. This is my glue. Okay, so page. Oh, this is a big page. So we have our 8.5 by 8 paper, and we're going to score it half an inch on one side. I don't know if I did this on last one. I tend to do it. Sometimes I forget. Miter the corners. This one, we're going to do it at the top. We are going to here. So, 14. This is one of my favorite pages to make. But it's fairly new to me too. I've only done it a handful of times, but it's very, very effective. In my books, I can get to see the top of the album. I have my glue up here, and I'm going to glue it to the top of the page, making sure it is even. Alright. We're gonna that down. Alright. So now we're doing what is called a twist and pop page. Twist and pop. So our first piece we need is 4 by 11. We are gonna score it down on the forehand, 4 inside at right down the middle. Okay. Now on the 11-inch side, we're not gonna score quite yet. We are gonna mark. Just use our pencil and make a tick mark. 3.5 and 7.5. And then we're going to rotate and do the same on this side. 3.5 and 7.5. Okay. Now we have to connect those lines diagonally with 4, which can be tricky. On my last scoreboard, I used to have a mark down the middle. These ones have these little tick marks on my scoreboard, so I just use those. So there's one tick mark, here's the other, and I'm going to go down the middle. Hold my paper down, I go over it both times. Oh, out in time. And this is display. We're going to go right about there. And as you can see, my lines all intersect with that. Okay? And then I have two other pieces. They're 5 by 8 and 5 by 8.5. One we're going to score at 8, and we're going to score at 4. 1, 8 by 5, we're going to score at 4. Now, we're going to tie our back. So obviously we're going to fold these two in half. And we have a little score mark here that we need to score as well. We're going to adhere these two together. Okay, so we have one big piece. That's our goal. One big piece. This one I think I am going to use a little adhesive, some art glue or glue too, just because I don't want any. Because I don't want any raggedy edges. I want to make sure it's very, very secure. I think I will a little bit. On the edges, I make sure it's good and down. Because it's going to be a moving piece. And then we're going to adhere this one to this one, not overlapping that score mark, right up to it. See my glue a little bit, so it'll brush it. Mid. All right. And now we have the M. The W. I already looked at it. Or, W. Anyway, Valley Forge. All right. So we have that. I've never done this with this 100-pound paper. Oh, so this one, obviously we're going to fold all the way down the middle at that 2-inch score line. We're going to score it. We're going to burnish it really, really good. Okay. Then we're going to score these ones. And we're going to score. We already scored. We're going to burnish them really, really good. And then we're going to go this way and burnish them really, really good. I think it's going to be fine. All right. Now we have all these crazy score marks. What we're going to do is the sides are going to get pushed in, and you're going to have a piece like that. See that? So this is our piece. These edges, my fingers on them, we're going to put them in. So we have two triangles on either side. Put the tabs in it. Or legs, as some people call them legs. There you go. Burn it. And burn it. And burn it. Okay? So at this point, I'm kind of stuck until I get my paper. But what we're going to do is we're going to add them onto here. And we're going to glue it down. And it's going to be a piston top. I promise. All right? So these are stuck until we can adhere it down, which we don't have the paper to adhere it down yet. So as soon as we can, later today, we will do that. Okay. Then the last page. Last page. So I have two pieces that measure, 4 by 7.5. I told you I had a lot of 4. And then these ones are 3 by 8. So bigger pieces are just scored one side, 1/2 inch. And then these ones, you see the score lines, they're scored on 3 sides. 3 sides. That's a package. So let's go ahead and burnish them down. Need a drink. Coffee. Brew. Take out the corners. Put it in the pocket. And this one. And some score tape. You ever notice sometimes you use one glue a lot, and the next time you use the same different glue, doing the same kind of thing. But I think the last time I did pockets in my last album, I used or glitter glue the whole time. Depends on my mood, I guess. They work equally good. It depends on your preference. I use them both. You just never know. Um, so you get these little tabbies. We're gonna have pockets. Which way the tabbies are gonna go? The left way to go. So I want my tabbies going this way. Yeah. Tabbies that we're gonna put in our book, and we're gonna put the pockets on the front. You can do them any which way. My little attachment, my attachment piece is gonna be um on the left, and I'm just gonna that's like so. And then we'll do the same thing here. Maybe. There we go. And we're gonna attach it to the bottom. Yes. Right there. Then we can attach these. Yeah. We'll do. Gonna miter the corner to the bottom of this one and the top of the other. I'm gonna go on the bottom, and I mitered that bottom corner of the tab right here. Just so when I put paper, you see very little. You'll see. Makes it look more nice. Okay, and we're gonna turn it. We're gonna put this one at the bottom, and they should line up right next to each other. Ideal situation. There we go. Yeah. So now we have two pockets. Two pockets with a pocket. All right. That's it right now for friends. Till I get that paper and we can start putting things more together. So I think later I'll do a walkthrough on what I bought from Scrap.com, see what you guys think, and we will get this book working more today. All right. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great Saturday. I'll see you soon. Bye.